Today we're talking about something you must get straight before taking the real estate exam. It's one of those topics that feels like a trap because the terms sound almost identical: land, real estate, and real property. But on the exam, their meaning is very different, and mixing them up can cost you points. So, real estate students, listen up, take a few minutes, and let's get this straight once and for all before the exam. Oh, and if we haven't yet met, I'm Toni, a certified real estate instructor teaching the real estate course for the last 11 years. I've had the privilege of helping thousands of real estate students move forward into successful and rewarding real estate careers. Let's start with a simple definition of land. Land is the Earth's surface and everything that naturally comes with it. That includes soil, trees, water, minerals, and air above the land. Basically, if humans didn't put it there, it's probably land. Imagine an empty piece of land in the middle of nowhere. There is no house, no fence, no driveway, no buildings, just grass, dirt, and maybe some trees. That is land. Land is unique because it has three major characteristics. Immovable, you cannot pick it up and move it. It's indestructible, you can damage it, but the land itself still exists. And it is unique. No two pieces of land are exactly the same. Okay, now let's dive into the meaning of real estate. Real estate is land plus anything permanently attached to it, like a house, building, driveway, or a garage. Once these additions are added, it is no longer just land, it is now real estate. An important word to take note of: permanently. Permanently attached. If something can be removed easily, it most likely is not real estate. For example, a refrigerator is not real estate. A couch is not real estate. A shed bolted into the ground, now that's real estate. Why? Because it is bolted into the ground. Now let's move on to real property. This is the part that can be a little confusing. Real property includes real estate plus the legal rights that come with owning it. So what are the ownership rights to a property? You own the right to use the property, sell the property, rent or lease the property, leave it to someone in a will, prevent others from entering. Of course, this is all within the law. Here's the famous real estate memory tool. The bundle of rights you get with ownership is like holding a bundle of sticks. Each stick represents a right you have as the owner. Let's dive even deeper to clear up ownership rights. There's right of possession, meaning you own it. Right of enjoyment. You can live there or use it. Right of control. You decide how it's used. Right of exclusion. You can keep others out. Right of disposition. You can sell or transfer it. Let me really simplify this. If you own a house, you can live in it, rent it, sell it, leave it to your kids. That is real property. Let's now compare all three: land, real estate, and real property, and put everything together. When you think of land, you think of the natural earth only. For example, dirt, trees, water, minerals. When you think of real estate, you think land plus man-made improvements. For example, a house, a garage, a driveway, a fence. When you think of real property, you think real estate plus legal ownership rights. For example, the house, the land, the right to sell it, the right to rent it, the right to pass it down to family. The ultimate memory formula: land equals natural, real estate equals physical, real property equals legal. Let me give you a real-life example before we jump into the practice quiz. Let's imagine this situation. Jake buys an empty lot. At first, Jake owns land. Jake then builds a house and a pool on his land. Now Jake owns land and real estate. The right that Jake has to sell or lease the property falls under real property. Let's jump into a few practice questions to be sure we drive the point home. Question number 1. Which term describes the Earth's surface and everything naturally attached to it? A. Real estate. B. Land. C. Real property. This might be a good time to hit pause while you contemplate the answer. The answer is B, land. Question number 2. Real estate is best defined as A, land plus permanent man-made improvements, B, ownership rights only, C, personal belongings inside a house. The answer is A, land plus permanent man-made improvements. Question number 3. Which example would be considered land only? A, a forest with no buildings. B, a house and driveway. C, a condominium unit. The answer is A, a forest with no buildings. Question number 4. Real property includes A, only physical structures on land. B, personal property inside a home. C, real estate plus the legal rights of ownership. The answer is C, real estate plus the legal rights of ownership. Question number 5. Which of the following is an example of an improvement? A, natural lake. B, underground minerals. C, garage built on a property. The answer is C, garage built on a property. Question number 6. Which term includes the right to sell, lease, or transfer ownership of property? A, land. B, real property. C, personal property. The answer is B, real property. Question number 7. Which of the following is not considered real estate? A, swimming pool built into the backyard. B, kitchen refrigerator that can be unplugged and removed. C, house attached to land. The answer is B, kitchen refrigerator that can be unplugged and removed. Question number 8. The bundle of rights refers to A, the natural resources found on land. B, the physical structures built on land. C, the legal rights that come with property ownership. The answer is C, the legal rights that come with property ownership. Question number 9. A buyer purchases an empty lot and later builds a house on it. The property is now considered A, land only. B, real estate. C, personal property. The answer is B, real estate. Which phrase best helps remember the difference between the three terms? A, land equals natural. Real estate equals physical. Real property equals legal. B, land equals legal. Real estate equals natural. Real property equals personal. C, land equals personal. Real estate equals legal. Real property equals physical. The answer is A, land equals natural, real estate equals physical, real property equals legal. That's it for today. Please don't forget to subscribe.